Howdy, folks. Is VileMike here. Sorry, I started a little late. It took me longer to make more coffee than I thought because I had to heat up the water, make it all. So, and this time, unlike for the first stream, this is what I actually have whiskey in.
Yeah.
Picked up a cheap bottle of honey whiskey, which is really bad whiskey. Like, it's not sipping whiskey. The only thing it's good for is to mix with something else. And there's enough sweetness to it with the honey that I didn't have to add any sweetener. So it's just milk, whiskey, and coffee. That's all this is.
Milk, yeah.
So, question. Who has seen Tron Ares so far?
I saw that a while ago.
How long ago? Because I saw it at the freaking Walmart this week, and I'm like, holy crap, it's already out? How long has it been out?
Several months, over 5-6 months.
Really, that long? I feel like it just came out. Hold on. I'm gonna look up the release date because I feel like it wasn't that long ago.
A couple months ago, I know that.
October 10th. So yeah, 3 months. God dang, that seems like such a short turnaround.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out.
Well, I finally saw it. So thank you for the confirmation, guys. All right, so what did you think, Elihu, considering it kind of bombed?
It should have stopped after the first one. Should never made a second or a third.
I don't know. Because once I was able to get a copy of Tron Ares, and the reason I was able to get a copy of it was one of the people that works at one of the Walmarts, she was buying it for her boyfriend or her husband, sorry. And I asked if they were going to use the digital download for it, and they said, no, we just want the DVD or the Blu-ray. So she gave me the digital download code, so I was able to watch it.
When I saw Ares in the theater, I'm like, okay, what's up with these janky special effects? To me,
Really?
in the theater, you can easily tell that was CGI or they're on a green screen. And I remember a couple days later, I decided, oh, hey, I'm gonna watch original Tron again. It's on HBO. Like, cool, nice. So I'm watching. I'm like, okay, this is a cool scene. Yeah, here's the bike. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking about Ares. And like, okay, I know this is a fake ship, but you can't tell this is on a green screen. And I'm watching on my laptop. You cannot tell it's on a green screen. Ares on the big screen, you can tell it's on a green screen. I'm like,
hold on.
Are they using the same artist as they did with Marvel?
I am sorry, Elihu, that your eyes are not that good, because in every Tron movie, you can tell when things are on a fucking green screen to me.
Yeah, but it was very, very obvious. It wasn't digitally matted like the like Marvel movies or DC movies or other space movies. It was basically cut and paste. There he is on the green screen. There's the action. It wasn't blended into the background. It was obvious to me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got to disagree, because some of the special effects in Tron Ares were some of the best I've ever seen. Especially with a recognizer going through the town.
Okay, that was cool.
That was freaking
cool.
awesome.
That was cool, but I still have to say the floating head and Thor was a lot better.
Yeah, but going back even to like the original Tron, some of the green screen effects in the original Tron were horrendous, especially considering, Star Wars had come out, 5 years earlier?
Well, there was a difference with that. It's that they used actual computer graphics like CAD and stuff to do that.
What I'm talking about, the human characters, the way they were green screened.
But the thing is those were all done in a gray area. It was shot in black and white, and all the blue and red and all the colors was hand drawn.
Yeah,
that's a totally different thing that you have to understand. That while animation and live action has worked before, this is every move, every 35 millimeter frame they had to do that to. So they were very limited on what probably today is just tell your computer to do it and it's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I get what you're saying is the look of it, but that was groundbreaking what they did with that movie.
Oh, at the time, it absolutely was.
And over the years, it's been recognized for that. So that is the problem. That is always going to be Tron's legacy, is too early. I mean, because more people are coming around now. Before Ares came out, there were more and more people coming out saying they didn't mind or they liked Tron. What was the second one? Legacy. They liked that movie. The worst part of Tron Legacy is Jeff Bridges' character in
CGI. Yeah,
it's like, you know, I am surprised they got that so far off compared to how they did with Tarkin. But again, though, Disney's the one, and as many people that hate Disney is the studio that will take the chance. They will push the envelope as far as they possibly can. They probably went through and said, how good can we make this look? Can we get it on screen where it's acceptable to us? And then they see it, they're like, let's keep working on it. Let's keep working on it. They're basically John Carpenter, except John Carpenter does it in, not John Carpenter, James Cameron. They're basically James Cameron, but James Cameron does things subtly. James Cameron does it, like I like to call it, the GTA approach. So GTA typically will model their next game off of the old game, or in the case of now, what they do is in GTA 5, they put it online and try new things online. And if it works there, they will then say, okay, this is a good proof of concept. Let's finish it off and put it in 6 now. So they do that. That's what James Cameron does. He likes to put in the tentacle in the abyss to learn, can liquid metal be done? And he talks about this in all of his behind the scenes stuff, and you can really see, I tried this, a proof of concept, it worked for that, we've refined it, and now we did Terminator 2. And that's what Avatar is all about. How far can I push these things? What can I do with it? What can't I do with it? What do I have to develop to make new things to make this work? And Disney is kind of like that, except Disney goes all in and says, screw it, we're going for broke. And so that's when you get these weird things, like kind of what Elihu was talking about. But Ares, I think, in time will get recognized for being the same thing the other 2 movies were.
I think so too.
20 years from now.
Because
the worst.
I realize.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but remember, the original Tron was also a box office disaster. So was Tron Legacy.
Yeah, exactly.
And both of those movies, literally every time when I first watched Tron Legacy, I hated it. But after I watched it, each time I've watched it since, it has gotten better and better to me, to the point now where it's as good as the original Tron for me. And when I did watch Tron Ares, when I got the code, the first thing I did is I rewatched Tron and Tron Legacy. So
unfortunately, this movie is very, very light on connectivity.
It is. I have my own little personal theories. One of the theories I have, like Elihu said, is like, well, if why call it Tron if it's not featuring Tron? Well, dude, that's the fucking
no.
It's a universe name, okay? It's the Tron universe. Same
Tron
thing.
Was the hero, dude. He created Tron as the hero.
Hold on, shut up. I need to make my point. It's the same thing with Star Trek Deep Space Nine when people were saying, how can you call it Star Trek if you're in one place? It's the universe name. Deal with it, okay?
Well, and to Mike's point there, Elihu, before you go anywhere, Tron was the program that was the one that Bruce Boxleitner, his character Alan, he was there to do. It was the protector of the or the person trying to bring down the MCP, or the protector of the digital universe. So here's the thing: the next one is
to defend the grid.
The next one was Tron Legacy. The Legacy being the son of Jeff Bridges' character, and
Flynn.
Therefore Flynn. Thank you. So therefore, that's the legacy side of it, and this is Tron Ares. And again, Ares speaking to again. So it's not, again, I'm with Mike on this. It is the name of the universe. And yes, Tron was a part of that universe, but it every time they show you why it's designated as something else. And again, in the last one, Tron wasn't the good guy, at least not at the beginning of it. You know, so there's, I don't know. I like him. And you see, Vile, you sound like you're doing what I do with like The Last Jedi and stuff. I make theories up that make it work for me, that connect it. And I kind of have too with Ares. I mean, I loved it. I'm sorry. I mean,
well, I've only seen it the once so far, and but here's my the trailer that I saw, because I did see a trailer for it, but I avoided most information about it because, again, if it's a franchise I've liked since I was a kid, I don't need to know much about it. I'm going to go see it. But the trailer that I did see portrayed the events of the film vastly different than what we actually saw. Or at least the trailer I saw. And what I mean is, I did not go into that movie knowing that Jared Leto's Ares character, and I'm sorry if this is a spoiler for you, is going to be the protagonist. I thought he was the villain.
That. No, I think he does better as the protagonist, minus Joker. But Joker, he is the protagonist. He's he's the antagonist, but he is the protagonist of the movie from the viewpoint of what it's shot. I think he does better as a protagonist than an antagonist, but I could be wrong.
I didn't think I mean, maybe behind the scenes from what I've read after the fact, because, you know, I always check up trivia after I watch a movie. Apparently after the fact, he was kind of an ass on set, and the only person who didn't take his bullshit was Jeff Bridges, which I kind of love. But I didn't find his acting over the top. I didn't find it too subtle. I found it, you know, very decent, you know, very passable for the type of role he was playing. I have no gripes with his acting in this particular film. The fact that he was cast maybe was a poor decision in general because he's so hit and miss. But I didn't have an issue with the casting. When it comes to this sparse legacy stuff, I think they gave enough nods to all the old films without, you know, going full member berries, you know? Granted, there is that one scene, I'm sure if you've seen it, which is, you know, straight up member berry lane, but it worked as far as I was concerned.
Well, but I mean, that's just how it's going to be. I mean, if people gave Ghostbusters Afterlife, well, some people gave Ghostbusters Afterlife crap for the fact that it had to rely so much on the original movie. But I mean, how do you redefine a legacy? You have to go back and rehash things that bring back the original fans, and then let the new fans understand why is this important. And I think Ghostbusters Afterlife did a very good job of it. And then they were able to do Ghostbusters Ice. I can't remember what the second one was that he did. And now I feel like what?
I can look it up real quick. I got the laptop out.
It was the Ice Kingdom or something like that, or I don't know. A Frozen Kingdom.
Frozen Kingdom.
Yeah. And when they did that, I think the second movie did a good job too. So therefore, I'm watching this going like, okay, they have revived a dying thing. Again, unpopular theory or unpopular just the unpopular theory I have is just I didn't hate 2016. I just put it in a completely different universe away from everything else. And I totally agree that there are some horrible parts of it, that the humor is completely off base 80% of the movie. It does not fit for Ghostbusters. I have seen great videos made about why Ghostbusters 1 was so much better than this 2016 one, because what took 30 seconds to make funny took them 5 to 6 minutes to do it. Like, so it was these things that were, important, but then they did Afterlife, and then they did Frozen Kingdom. I'm excited for another one, and I think they did well enough that I think they'll do another one. And they got the right actors to come in and play the new parts, and they got Bill Murray literally wanting to do more of them again, because it's a free paycheck to him, and it's easy for him if he's only in the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
And remember, Bill Murray was the guy who did 2 Garfield movies, and he's after really confusing the first one for a different film entirely, and still agreed to do Tale of Two Kitties just because he was like, hey, it's a paycheck. Exactly. But I mean, Ghostbusters is a completely different thing for him, of course, than him and Harold Ramis had that problem. We're not going to go too far down that line. We're talking about Tron. But Tron, overall, you have to understand that while there is there's a storyline there, that storyline can be expanded on, and that means if it's expanded on, the thing about Star Wars, why a lot of people don't like Andor, or a lot of people don't like The Mandalorian, is because there's no Luke and Leia and Han in it. Well, but those stories are going on while we were watching Luke, Leia, and Han. That's the thing. You have to understand, this movie didn't have to have all the connectivity for it to still take place in that universe. At some point, Jeff Bridges will no longer be on this planet, and he will no longer be able to act on this. And if they ever are able to continue this series, they have to do it without him. Yeah. They could do it with his son, or the guy that played his son in the second movie, or they don't have to, because again, that kid is going to die in their universe and not in their universe. And it's, so if you want to establish, and again, they have I forget the cartoon they made a cartoon movie, and they've done, so they're trying to build a universe here. So the lack of connectivity did not bother me as much as some people. And I think it was Tron. The series you're talking about was a series, not a movie, but it was Tron Uprising, which is a prequel to Tron Legacy, which I did. I actually did enjoy it when I watched it. Yeah, I think I watched somebody who edited it together to take out parts that didn't work well, and then edited it together as a movie, which I think worked well. I have to go back and look and see, and if I find that, I'll share that with you guys. Now, one of the reasons I think Tron Legacy I had issues with was, did anyone play the Tron 2.0 video game back in the, I think it was like early aughts? Yeah. Let me see when it came out. When was it released? 2003. Yeah. Now, I enjoyed that game. I especially liked, ironically, the Game Boy Advance version, because it actually told a completely different story related to, but like a continuation of the Tron 2.0 storyline. And yeah, one thing I need to point out, because against what Elihu was saying, every Tron related media thing has never focused on Tron as a character. Tron was always in the periphery. The main character for the first Tron movie is Jeff Bridges' character, Flynn. The main character for Tron Legacy is his son. The main character for the Tron Uprising was the growing rebellion, and the ISO person that they were not the one from the film, but the other one. A Tron 2.0, it was Alan Bradley's son, who's the main character. In Tron Legacy, the Game Boy version, it was again Tron's user's son, as well as another program named Mercury, who are the main characters. And in Tron Ares, the main character, of course, is Ares, not Tron. So yeah, Tron has always been a periphery character in the franchise he's named after.
But he should probably be in there in some capacity. corpse.
Well, and here's the thing. I think this is my theory. One of the things about the original Tron film was Dillinger was stealing Flynn's ideas. That's why he went in there to try to get evidence of Trent stealing his games. Sorry, Encom was stealing his games.
I haven't seen that movie since it first came out, and I went and saw it with my sister, and we were way too young and were terrified. I actually, honestly, I haven't seen a film since because I'm like, well, I should probably go back and watch the original, but because of the trauma from my childhood, I was like, I don't know if I could watch it again because it'd probably be disappointing. You know, like I found it so like disturbing at that time because I was really young. And so I haven't seen any of the sequel films. But anyway, go on. Sorry.
Okay, so we know that Encom and Dillinger Sr. was stealing Flynn's ideas. My idea is, or at least my theory is, Dillinger Sr. actually stole code related to Tron. His son, when he's creating his own system, his own grid, used some of that code to create the soldiers for his Ares program. So there's probably code related to Tron in Ares, which is what allowed him to become the protagonist, basically defying his creator's orders.
Yeah. Well, really quick though, you mentioned when Dillinger's son was doing his own grid. No, the grid is there. The grid has always been there. It's just as people go along, they update programming to change over the grid. So think about it like this grid is probably grid 9.2 or something like that, version 9.2.
According to the film itself, there are at least 3 separate grids. There's the Flynn grid, which is the one he used in Legacy. There's the Encom grid, which is the original Tron film, and there's the Dillinger grid. They try to make sure that, they all have the same architecture, but they are 3 separate.
I don't like that explanation though. I didn't like that explanation, and I would say that they're all on the same. Yeah, but I still think they all exist on the same plane, and I don't know. Maybe they can figure that out. It seems it helps them by continuing things, and another reason why it doesn't have to match. But I don't know. I'll be right back.
Are all of the movies on Disney Plus? Like,
I believe so right now, or at least
Tron is. I know Tron
like
Ares
the OG
is.
and then the follow-up movies. I should probably watch those. It's long enough. I guess I was 9 when I saw it, so I don't think I even understood what was going on.
All right. Yes, as of right now, Tron Ares, as of the 7th, so only about 10 days ago, Tron Ares is on Disney Plus. So all the Tron movies should be on Disney Plus now.
Excellent.
What I would recommend, if you're going to watch them in order, don't watch them in production. I'm sorry, in the order that they're
Released.
okay. Yeah, because Tron Uprising is a series, which is a prequel that takes place between Tron and Tron Legacy.
All right.
So, but to understand what's going on in Uprising, it might be beneficial to watch Tron Legacy first. So watch it, then go back and watch the prequel.
Okay.
And going back to Tron Legacy, there's something I got to point out. The fucking soundtrack to Tron Legacy fucking rules. If you don't know, it was produced almost entirely by Daft Punk before they split up. And every time I start listening to it, god damn, that whole soundtrack just kicks ass.
Yeah, Daft Punk did that, and it was, oh, dude, I love Daft Punk. I've been listening to them since the 80s. That's kind of music I've listened to for ages, and
so
Daft Punk is right up there.
So when I was going through the trivia for Tron Ares, though, I noticed that they didn't, and this was actually spoiled by the credits for me a little bit. Daft Punk, of course, does not return to do this the soundtrack for Tron Ares. Instead, they have 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Trent Reznor?
And
That's a great one.
apparently the band originally wanted to be credited because they've done other movie soundtracks as their individual names.
Yep.
But Disney wanted to lean hard on the band's name of 9 Inch Nails, and they said that actually influenced how they approach the music, because they decided that if they're going to be 9 Inch Nails instead of themselves, they made it grittier, they made it harder. And I think that,
Yes,
there are some, I'm not saying every, but there's a large portion of that movie which also the soundtrack kicks ass.
well, like you said, they felt that because they were being billed as 9 Inch Nails, they had to do that. Like they'd done The Lost Highway, but they did that as Trent Reznor, and David Bowie helped them with that. I don't know. They've done a lot of them, and again, I do think that there's a big difference because they're able to do stuff that sounds kind of like 9 Inch Nails, but it's kind of more electronic.
Yes.
If they had let them do their individual names, they may have very well gotten another very Daft Punk sound to it. And Daft Punk didn't return because Daft Punk is no longer technically around. They have disbanded for now. I think they'll come back together, but no, I still like the soundtrack though. I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. I mean, but it is definitely a lot different than their other movie credits.
Oh yeah, very much. And I again, all the Tron movies have had a great fucking soundtrack, even though one of the things they did for the original Tron film was not have a soundtrack for large portions of the film because they wanted it to sound, barren and empty on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So even that emptiness still had impact.
Ambience.
Go ahead.
Or ambience or ambiance is what it was. What the no sound was for.
And again, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that is why at the end there's more music, because once it becomes alive and the grid is free, you can show that with everything that goes on, the coloring, the lighting, all of that is designed to, again, improve the understanding that they're free. So now you have lots of music and happy music. I mean, that's standard processes of a good movie is use your music and your visuals to also tell you the story.
Yes.
If you put Tron on mute and watch Tron from start to finish on mute, you would still understand it just by the lighting and the way that it's shown. If you're blind, you would understand it from the sound. So it's like
to emphasize your point, listening to the soundtrack of Tron Legacy for the 2 songs they played at the end of Line Club, where Flint Jr. goes and sees the bartender dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how Daft Punk did it, but they literally you can tell by the music that character is duplicitous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they did. I can't put it into words, which is funny because that's actually a point of Tron Ares, not being able to put your like of something into words, which is a very human thing to be able to do.
What you're saying is you can hear him twizzling his long pointy mustache.
Yes, you can. And it almost gives away the fact that he's, betraying the main character. And I hate to, give a spoiler for you, Dandelion.
You know what? I forget anyway. It's cool.
Because if you watch Tron Uprising first, that bartender dude is one of the best good guys.
Mm-hmm. Now, what amazes me more, talking about Daft Punk, I love Daft Punk. So Daft Punk, up until their last album, did everything analog, not digital. Everything was done analog. So there are a heavy amounts of analog still in Legacy. And to get that, and part of it is because of the depth, that's how you know. But to get that depth and that sound out of it on the screen the way they did, it's amazing. My son has a pair of VR a VR headset, the Facebook one, whichever one it was, and I've watched Tron Legacy in that with like that VR feel to it. It's amazing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny is we're talking about the greatness of Daft Punk. Me and Katty, the day after her birthday, which her birthday was Thursday, by the way. So happy birthday, sweetheart, even though it's late. And I already saw you and wished you happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We were listening to the entirety of the Daft Punk album that, it has the anime for all the music videos that all connect together. I can't remember which album that was offhand, even though it has like most of their hits on there. Interstellar 5555. There we go. Yeah, that's the anime. And yeah, it was a friggin' I mean, we're just sitting there listening to it, and one of the things she pointed out was the cover that Pentatonics did of a lot of Daft Punk songs, and she's like, I didn't realize that like every song that they did for the cover came from this movie or this album. And I'm like, yep, all but one.
Sorry, I'm working on an image right now.
That's cool. I was trying to look. I was just doing my some financial planning. So
I'm making your avatar right now, Dandelion.
Oh, are you?
Yep.
What's the theme? What's the theme for tonight?
Legos.
Lego. Nice. Can you email it to me?
I will send it to you on Instagram.
Yeah, no, I think I need it on my
send it to me and I can email it to her.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean I can put my email in the private chat. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Copy image.
That's fine too.
Okay, Chris, I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I can probably stick it in Google Drive and grab it from there from any of my devices. But there is my email if anyone needs to email me.
Oh, well, I just hit send on DM on Chris, so... Oh, shit, retry. What the hell? Come on. Build upload. Damn it. No wonder you didn't see it.
Right. Cool.
Just go ahead and just go
there
ahead.
You go.
And
there you go, Chris. You got it now.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
You like that?
Sure. You should have kept this stuff around the outside the same.
No, that's okay.
What do you mean?
That's fine. Just go ahead and email it to her. She put her email in the private chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't click on that. Shit. Okay, hang on a second.
Did I do it wrong?
Copy and paste it. No, it came up with a link for me.
I will. One moment. Sorry, one moment.
No, that's all cool. I'm like, did I do it wrong? But no, I did not. Okay.
No, you did not.
No, Elihu's just stoned.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Now you guys know my name.
Oh, I know your name.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh no.
Well, I didn't know you guys knew my last name. Like VileMike.
I know Mike's name. You know my name. It's like, oh no, we know who each other really is.
I will not be calling you Elizabeth in public or on the stream, though. I swear.
Okay.
I already have your email. I already have your email here. Duh. I don't need it. I already have it.
I was going
to say, because I've PayPal'd you before, so you
have that. Duh.
Mm-hmm.
I typed in AL. Oh, there you are.
Yep. Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
Sorry, LG. I thought you just left.
Okay, you got it.
No,
all right.
It's
Let me see. It'll probably take 5 minutes to show up in my Zoho mail account, but
wait till you see Piper's.
So I ended up watching Scarface fully for the first time yesterday.
Well,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Front to back. Good movie.
Going back to, I want to talk about something.
Realize
real quick.
how many people from? Give me a second. I want to name this one thing. Can
okay,
you give me
fine.
30
I'll let you talk
seconds
about
for
it.
a spot, please? Thank you. And didn't realize how many people from The Sopranos and Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad were in that movie. Hector Salamanca.
Yeah, a lot of them got
was in that movie.
typecast because of that movie.
Yeah.
I like it, Elihu, but she should be a redhead.
Exactly.
Sorry. I thought. Sorry, my vision. I thought that was red.
See?
Just said for you.
It's kind of
Sorry,
brown.
hang on a second.
Okay, I'm not a brunette. You'd have to go with like a more of a blonde color or red. But red
I will
Mhm.
turn your head. I will turn your head red in just a moment.
perfect.
All right.
The whole head?
I don't mean
just
to
your
be
hair.
picky.
Just your hair.
Hair. The hair. I'll turn the hair red in a minute. Okay, one moment.
Yeah, I sent that in the private chat or the chat for weekly wrap up. I'm saying here's the avatar.
Nice.
If you don't know, I do say so. If I do say so myself, I graciously made that for her.
There you go, red hair.
After
I got your red
she
hair.
gave me the angry otter. You said that was like a beer label up there or something.
It's a liquor store. Angry Otter.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is cute though.
I love it. I just love that logo.
I
I
will
would
say for
totally
your little
send
thing
it.
tonight, I have a very dumb idea. I already told Elihu about it in LDG in the back after the end of the first stream.
Nice.
It's overthought, it's stupid, and it's mostly done to piss off Chris.
Uh-oh.
There you go. I sent it to you, redhead.
All right.
So,
I eagerly await it.
You think it's going to piss me off? Hey, let me see the redhead one. Send that to me too.
I can wait to see it.
You
So
can wait, Chris. Elihu.
Okay, fine.
I will wait. I will wait.
Fine.
I will wait.
That's fine. Not quite the right shade, but it's great. And I love that I'm wearing brown mittens, but that's cool.
Well, you wanted red hair, right? I got your red hair.
Yeah, no, I know, but the hands are like still the otter brown. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
You're wearing mitts. You're wearing mitts.
I'm not saying I'm wearing brown mittens. I got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So before we transition into the subject related to the Stargate subject, I wanted to tag on a little bit for Dandelion, because you were saying how you got disconcerted about the original Tron film.
I was 9 years old. My sister was 7. We should never have seen that movie.
Last night,
scared of getting sucked into a game.
Me and Mrs. Vile watched a film that I had seen many, many times, but she ironically had never seen. And this is a film that did the same thing to me when I first saw it, but later on I enjoyed it so much more.
Last Starfighter.
We watched Labyrinth. The original.
Hell yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yes.
Did you ever realize? I never realized how derivative Harry Potter was until I saw that.
Well, not only that, I tried to explain to her that if you replace the word goblin with fae, the whole thing is based on Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
With the labyrinth, with a handsome king, with stealing of babies, replacing them with, replacing them.
I'll have to send you guys in the weekly wrap up chat, and I'll text it to you, Dandelion. There's a guy who goes through and he likes to take the movies and say, you're wrong about this, and this is why. Basically, he proves it gives strong argument for the fact that Gareth is not a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole time it is the whim and whimsy of Sarah in the movie that makes him do everything for her, and it's her wanting it because it's her fantasy. Therefore, it's all at her bequest and decision making that the things he does happens. She wants him to take the baby. She imagines herself with him, an older man, in the dream sequence. All this stuff is all because of her. Therefore, he is absolved of being the bad guy. And he does a much better job of explaining it, but I'll send it to you guys. It's like, wow.
That reminded me. I sent you an article. You can read it at your own time, Chris.
Okay.
But like one of the parts that freaked me out, one was the helping hands when the people just use their hands to make the faces. That creeped me out as a kid. But the part that really creeped me out was the little goblin things that can separate their heads on limbs and eyeballs off their bodies. And the reason was that creeped me out was Star Trek. Okay, by the time I watched Labyrinth, I was already a Star Trek fan. But to me, I was thinking, what if we came across an alien race where taking apart your body and reattaching things was so natural, so part of their evolution, that literally they send down a Federation diplomat and the Federation goes like, oh, it's really nice to meet you. Oh, we're going to shake your hand. Oh, we're going to rip your arm off just to say hi. And just think like that would, their culture being so different that, we're just going to remove your body parts, and what that would do to somebody. I'm sorry. It fucked me up in the head a little bit. Because, all the little weirdness I could go into it. So, but again, it's one I've rewatched multiple times since, and I've learned to enjoy it, especially the music.
Yes, I will still watch that now. And then that song will be stuck in my head forever. The Babe one.
It's the magic of the Babe. Dance, magic dance. Dance, magic dance.
Yeah, that one.
The power of the Babe.
Stare at David Bowie's balls that much. That's my own
Voodoo.
I could definitely use less David Bowie's balls. That's for sure.
What could I do?
God damn.
No, he's not singing it on key, so that's why. It's like me when I sing. I don't sing on key.
No, I think actually Chris is doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I'm
the one singing off key.
I do it all the time. I do it at karaoke shows, and people are like, "Oh my god!" Because I actually have the karaoke music. Most people don't. And they're like, "Oh my god!" I've had people just get up and dance everywhere, going like, "Oh my god, I love that movie!"
Dance,
it's a good conversation starter. That and the beginning one, Underground.
All right. Now that we've talked about that, final thoughts about Tron Ares. Dandelion, you're going to go watch the Tron series, right?
You still have access.
Not today, though. I have too much else to do, but I will try and
you
watch.
still have access to Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, I could try and watch them all for next week. We'll see how my week goes. I'm pretty busy. I don't get a lot of time for watching stuff, but I can always.
Does that mean? Sorry.
It's 4 films, right?
3.
3 films.
3 films and a series.
3 films and a series. Okay, well, I will try and watch the 3 films. I cannot guarantee the series.
So, Chris, does that mean we're going to be Tron characters next week?
No, next week we'll do your Simpsons.
Okay.
No, Chris,
Maybe
I don't think I have access to that app. I think it doesn't work. I think it doesn't work very well in Canada or something.
Actually, Anzo's the one that gave it to me. That's why I asked.
Okay, maybe we do. I don't have it. I will look into it.
Look into that and let me know, because you know why. So
no, I know why. I just
cool. Appreciate it.
Well, the other topic I had was go ahead, LGD. Sorry.
I was just looking up Labyrinth real quick, and it was considered a flop when it first came out.
Yeah,
it
was.
And it was written originally by Terry Jones of Monty Python.
Yep.
And
it was a flop.
Jim
Henson just wrote all over it.
Jim Henson did, and it was mostly financed by George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
So
George Lucas actually financed a lot of Jim Henson's work because of Frank Oz.
Yeah,
being a part of that group. In fact, I think one of the original investors when Jim Henson started doing his own movies was George Lucas.
Yeah. Through Lucasfilm, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did point that out to Mrs. Vile when we were watching it last night.
I think that would be an interesting movie to see. I have the Blu-ray version of it, but I would like to see maybe a light retouching done of some of the graphics. Not like complete craziness. Maybe the owl sequence at the beginning and just some of that stuff. But I'm afraid that if you ever get that, you're going to get them going like, well, if we can do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this.
Yeah,
it's like, nah.
it needs a very light touch, not a overhanded.
Maybe a censorship around his groin area. I don't know. That
Well, I was telling this is Vile about that. You know, that bulge is only in one scene, right?
Yes, I know.
Do you know the story behind the bulge?
That? Why does only guys mention that scene and women don't?
It's like it's so disconcerting to watch that movie and it's like, oh my god.
I know, but it's like only guys mention that scene, but girls don't.
do you know why that bulge is there? Do you know the history behind it?
Yes.
Elihu, do you know?
Not really.
What about you, Dandelion? Because if not, I'm going to tell the story.
I walked away for a minute, and I have a kettle on, so I couldn't.
David Bowie's
there's
bulge.
a specific scene of Labyrinth where David Bowie's character Gareth has a massive crotch bulge.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I don't really want to stare at David Bowie's balls.
But do you know the story? Do you know the story behind it?
No, I do not.
Wait, did they put that on the cover?
I don't know if they used it on the cover, but one of the things was, one of the puppeteers for one of the puppets, because of his level at the time during the filming of a certain scene, was basically at crotch height for David Bowie.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I can smell your crotch, dude. You're sweating.
No.
So every time they had to refilm that scene, David Bowie was sticking potpourri down his pants to make it not smell.
Oh shit!
Shower or something.
And eventually, that there was so much potpourri that he had a noticeable crotch bulge in his skin tight pants.
We were all at crotch height in that movie.
And eventually, that's the scene that was actually used in the film.
And that's, again, I think that's urban myth. There's two descriptions of it. Brian Henson says it was socks, but I've heard the potpourri thing too.
Well, the reason I choose to believe the potpourri one is because the puppeteer said that's what was going on.
Yeah, like I said, that
David Bowie never confirmed either story.
I've never seen absolutes of it. I know that. I don't know. It's like that urban legend thing. You'll never really know the reason, but the potpourri one's kind of funny, I think. But,
I choose to believe the potpourri story because the puppeteer.
Well, you see, the thing is in that scene, the puppeteers weren't anywhere in there near him. That's the problem.
Well,
the
again,
only scene
I
where
like
there's
the
any
puppeteer.
The only reason why there's any puppeteers in or the only place where they're in screen is during the
Dance Magic
game.
Well, also during the Dance Magic Dance. So that's where one of the
they
scenes
were
where he has a
using-
big bulge.
They were using props like the walls and the rocks in the building. They were behind those or underneath it, not actually up on top. So if that's correct, that's a pretty far distance to go for it to.
Maybe that's how bad his balls smell, dude.
Say that's some stink.
That's what I'm saying.
God.
And I think it wouldn't be just one puppeteer. I think you would have heard a lot of people say that. But I don't know. I don't know.
Nasty.
It does get hot. It does get hot on those lights.
So let's move on from David Bowie's crotch and let's talk about Stargate.
Words you never thought you would say in a stream.
I was not on his crotch. You were on his crotch, okay? I
brought up the crotch.
From his crotch.
That's the thing that really stands out for me in that movie. As the only thing I don't like about it is having to stare at his balls. It's like,
in case anybody is just tuned in, we've been talking about David Bowie's balls for past 7 minutes.
All right. So, how many of us are Stargate fans on the panel?
Yes.
Gage is gonna gate.
Everybody.
All right. So, I want you guys each to name one thing that you specifically want to see in this relaunch that's supposed to be happening.
the answer to what happened with SG1.
Hold on.
SGU.
Hold on, LDG. I'm gonna let Chris go first, then Elihu, then you, then Dandelion. Then I'll chime in at the end. So go ahead, Chris. What are things that you, at least one major thing that you want to see in a relaunch?
One that wouldn't make sense in a series, a Kurt Russell reappearance.
No.
What?
Nothing. What do I want to see? I don't know. I mean, I was a big fan of the other shows, so I think as long as they keep it relatively inside of that and keep true to those stories, I don't really know if I have one thing I want to see. I always like seeing what they'll do with it. It's when they go through and they really screw with it that bothers me, and I don't know that until they do it. So,
wow, when you let Chris go, he really cooks, dude. It's called imagination. You don't have one thing you freaking worried about or want to know? Got to be something. What happened to the Asgard? Freaking.
Well, we know what happened in the Asgard because of the movie.
Or the furlongs.
No,
we didn't, because they were Asgards after the Asgards died. They're still Asgards.
Oh, you're talking about the Pegasus Galaxy Asgard. Okay, I get that.
But there could be other ones. Like, you never know. That's what I'm trying to say here, for God's sakes. For all we know, there's an Asgard on freaking wherever the hell. But yeah, the furlongs. I personally want to see what happened with SGU. So they got to freaking touch back on SGU. And
I mean, I agree with that.
I hope they don't just bury it under one sentence as like the long lost ship of SG, whatever the hell. I forgot the name of it. What was the name of that ship?
Destiny.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so LDG skipped over Elihu.
Well, really quick. What I was trying to say is I just want them to respect the legacy of the show. I mean, again, there's enough shows that come back out with new versions that don't give full respect to the legacy of what came before them. And that's all I really care about in the long run. I mean, yes, LDG brings up some stuff that wasn't resolved that would be nice to know, but we'll see what happens with that.
All right. Go ahead, Elihu, go ahead.
Okay. I hope Joe brings in Kip Thorne for scientific advisor, because that would be very helpful and useful for us nerds. Well, let's see. They've already dealt with gods, replicators, Ori. I would like to actually see them have a universal, not a galactic threat, a universal threat where they have to work with some enemies and bring in some old cameos. Not just stick with one certain enemy. It's like, hey, everybody's dealing with this universal threat. It's not just the Ori got defeated, or it's from other galaxies that are coming into different galaxies and destroying them, or doing something on the planets, and it's threatening the Milky Way galaxy, because they have already communication with Pegasus. So something can be threatening the Pegasus galaxy, that's threatening the Milky Way galaxy, that's threatening the other galaxies. A universal threat. If this is done one and done, don't make it singularity for the Milky Way. Make it universal for the whole entire universal threat, like some kind of a cosmic thing.
You want the Borg, basically?
No,
I want a Borg type enemy that's threatening the entire universe.
The replicators were already the Borg, essentially.
Well, yeah.
I know.
But a better enemy, not just a singularity. Maybe a collective organization or an interdimensional beings that want to erase this verse because they think that they can do a better job or something. Like, make it universal instead of just a one and done threat. Like, okay, we got the gods. What's next? Okay, replicators. What's next? Okay, Ori. What's next? One other singular threat. No, just make it universal for once.
Time travel. I mean,
they've done time travel. They've done time travel already.
Like the last thing. It was the
and this way, if it's universal, they can actually get in contact with Destiny. Hello, bring that all together.
One small thing, just to let you know, Elihu, if they're bringing back Stargate, what you're describing would be a final season, because like
exactly one and done.
Oh no, I don't want one and done. Oh my god, I want like 10 more years of this shit.
Well, you know what I mean, one and done, not one episode, like last
one
series of
season, yeah.
Stargate. Yeah, the last run.
Why
of
would they bring it back
show run?
just for one season like that?
No, I'm not saying one season. I'm saying the end of the series itself, the one and done. This is it. No more Stargate after this. Yeah.
Why?
No. All right. Hold on. Before I chime in, Dandelion, what do you want?
I haven't given it a lot of thought, but I kind of want Richard Dean Anderson only because I still have a MacGyver crush from back in the day. I haven't given the show itself. I just want good plots. Like I want like good compelling plots. To be honest, I don't know if I would want like a giant, massive threat because it's hard to top that, right? Like if you get rid of like this massive threat, like it would have to be like over like every season. Like they couldn't resolve it that easily because
kind of like how they didn't solve the go old problem until like season 7 of Stargate.
Yeah, I mean, there's always, that's the whole problem with that show. It's like, how do you top your bad guys or your conflicts and stuff? Because it's always like they're so huge, it's hard to imagine like resolving them at all. So that's my only problem with like, it's sort of like, Batman always has to have a bigger and bigger villain because he beat the other villains, right? Like, or the same thing, right? Like the, in Marvel universe, they had such a massive bad guy that it's hard to top your big bad guy with some like, like
and see, that's one of the things I liked about SG1. Sorry for interrupting you.
One bad guy when you have to like, but they did it. And the same thing with everything, right? Like Buffy, same thing, right? Bigger and bigger bad guys. And it just gets really, I think, just a good solid plot, like regardless of whether bad guys are like barely surmountable or not. Like it just gets too unbelievable when the bad guys are just, unbeatable.
It's one of the reasons I liked what they did with Stargate SG-1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Apophis was the first big bad. And then after that, you had what was his name? The Hell
Raw?
one. Not Raw, because Raw was killed in the movie.
Yeah.
But they had the double guy.
Horus.
You had freaking
Horus.
Like Seth or Sektet or Sekhet or whatever, something like that.
Bastet or something? I don't know.
Hold on, I got it. Advertising car driving by. I'm gonna mute myself.
Let me tell you in a second. Hang on.
Advertising cars? What the hell? What a weird country you guys live in.
What do you mean?
Like an advertising car? Like a car?
I'm in Mexico.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's.
And there are people that drive around neighborhoods advertising what they're selling, and you can buy it straight from your, like right outside your house.
Okay, the System Lords: Apophis, Amunet, Chlorel, Ra, Hira, Hathor, Kronos, Niriri.
What's the Chinese one I like?
Sokar, Anubis.
Sokar,
you is the Chinese guy.
Sokar.
You.
Sokar's the one I was thinking of. Thank you. Okay.
Ball.
So you have so you had Apophis, then you had Sokar, then you had Anubis as the villain. Then you had Ball. Now you had Apophis, who was a major system lord, but trapped in his ways for the most part. Then you had Sokar, a gold trying to change things, but and evolving their ways, but ultimately failing, ironically, due to Apophis. Then you had Anubis, half ascended, go old, half, so half ancient, half go old bad guy. And how do you top that? They went to fucking Ball. So instead of going to someone more powerful, they went to somebody who was charismatic with the SG-1 team. That was a good fucking choice. And I'm sorry, Ball was one of my favorite villains of all time because he was like, you know what? I'm going to take Sokar's approach and I'm going to expand upon it to the point where I'm going to use my enemies when I want to by being friendly at all times and still threaten them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was
that's
something
the
good.
thing. You can't just have bigger bads. You just have to have different bads, like different kinds of things to defeat, right? Not just bigger and badder.
Well, take it from the original run of Doctor Who. Doctor Who did a really good job of not overutilizing just one bad character, or one antagonist.
Yeah, exactly.
They had multiple, and even though like people would probably say either the Daleks or what's the actual
Cybermen, Weeping Angels.
Weeping Angels. Yeah.
Oh.
Them those, even though some of them had a stronger presence as being worse than another, they had multiple, and sometimes they throw in new ones that you hadn't seen.
Or like one off at a particular time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's how you need to do it. I mean, I always felt like the original run of Stargate kind of felt a little like Doctor Who with some of its premise, in the sense of how they handled it. Nothing. Again, I get what Elihu wants is this universal problem, but
interdimensional universal.
Well, that's fine, but you have to be careful how powerful you make that. You can't make it something that can't be overcome, and you can't make it something that constantly comes back, much to the point of what Dandelion said.
Like small ripples here and there. There's a little clues like this galaxy is this one. A couple of Milky Way galaxies has ripples to the next year, and that's when they actually find out what the fate is. That's when they find out what the bigger threat is. Yeah, so they build up to it. Let's automatically throw it into it.
I like what they did with the enemies, because they basically just zoomed out. So like when you first started Stargate, you thought Goa'uld was like that was it, right? Like that was they're everywhere, or and then you just find out that they're little peons to the 5 civilizations. They're actually nothing. Like gold ain't shit to the 5 races, and then there's another layer, right? So then you have the 5 races, and then you have being ascended, so it just keeps getting taller and taller and taller. And then to fill in the gaps, they would have the failed experiments. So the replicators were the failed experiments of the whatchamacallits. Then you had the Stargate, the vampire fucking
the RI,
the Wraith,
the Wraith was
an Atlantis.
The failed experiment. Yeah, that had something to do with the ancients. That was their mistake, right? They accidentally created them with their RPG controlling planets like a video game shit.
Still don't understand why Connor Trenier had no makeup.
No, basically they discovered that the Eratus bug, when it fed on ancients, incorporated their DNA, and they decided to experiment on that and created the Wraith.
Excuse me.
So the Wraiths were kind of like an insect humanish hybrid.
Yeah. Oh, well, they were fucking around with like all that stuff. They were literally watching different planets do different shit and whatever. But then you had SGU. Sorry, let me just bring this home. Then you had SGU that went beyond, right, galaxies, which was a great freaking idea, but unfortunately executed not as good as it should have been. They wasted some plots here and there and whatnot. They could have made it a lot more interesting. But
I still enjoyed it. But you're right.
They spent. I like it, dude. I loved it. I wish it would have went. I'm sure it would have went better. But they spent too much budget trying to look like Battlestar Galactica, even though that was cool. I enjoyed it. Like that was good Battlestar Galactica. I liked it. Especially if I remember correctly, they even didn't have sound in space, so every space scene was like dead silent. If I remember correctly,
I know they did that.
They chose to do that.
I know Firefly did that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get what you're talking about. So I'm going to explain what I would like to see. One, to explain why they haven't had a series in 15 years. And I'm going to use real world history to kind of explain it going forward. After the president that was elected during SG-1's tenure, the first one that wasn't based on, George W. Bush, because they kind of hinted that he was the president. I'm going to say a president similar to Donald Trump was elected. And the IOA, the International Oversight Committee, or Assembly, or whatever they called it, decided to not tell that president because they deemed him a threat. that he would expose the SG program. So, in order to do that, the SG program was shut down for Stargate Command. The only things they had were the spaceships at that point. And they did tell the president about those spaceships. And he basically said, you know what, we're not going to worry about the rest of the universe. We're only going to worry about Earth. So Earth is basically, their sphere of influence has shrunk to the planet, or our solar system.
Oh, Space Command.
Yeah, essentially that. And you could argue that's why Space Command, or Space Force, was created, to roll in, the Space Force, or the Department of Homeworld Security into the Space Force. So now Earth, for the last 15 years, does not know what's going out in the larger universe.
They just thought that military built some advanced ships to do for space shit.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, Joseph Malozia, are you listening? I should have invited you up here.
So what happens is, to tie it into what LDG wants, and it was what I was going to bring up. Destiny returns to Earth, blowing the whole charade aside. Like, maybe it crash lands on Earth, and for once, that the lie that these are American-made spaceships has to be released to the public. That yes, they're actually based on alien technology, that aliens do exist, and it's that's why they bring back the Stargate program. And what Destiny brings back is information about a new threat that's coming from outside the galaxy into the Milky Way. So you have these foothold scenarios similar to the Ori, but not as powerful as the Ori. I would say that this new threat is not nearly as powerful as Earth's ships in general. They just have a massive quantity of them. And even worse, instead of trying to, just take over planets and systems and areas, they work with the Lucian Alliance, who we find out in that 15 years is now working with certain Goa'uld in order to solidify their power base. And we can even bring it back to, like, again, something LDG was talking about, the evil Asgard from the Pegasus Galaxy. We could say they're also involved with this now united threat of this outside galaxy force, the Lucian Alliance, the Goa'uld, and the evil Asgard, all now focusing on Earth. That way you have your big threat, but it's in small chunks that they could slowly take out over the next several seasons. So that's what I would like to see. Plus, I want to see a new spaceship. I want to see a new class of warship.
You gotta add new stuff.
I want to see.
You gotta add new stuff.
Yeah, you got to have the new stuff. So we could say, like, just prior to the Destiny coming, crashing onto the planet, our first new warship is being released, and it's well, I don't know what we would call it. Maybe the Asgard class or something.
Do we know who the writers are yet? Like who's working on it? What else have they done recently? Like that's
Elihu, can you elaborate?
Let me get that information real fast. Hang on a second.
Right, because like when they did Supernatural, a lot of those people were like Buffy related. So some of the plots in there were kind of Buffy adjacent, not like in that universe.
Okay,
like similar.
Yeah, I know.
Stories, right?
Yeah, I know that Malozzi and Wright are consulting producers. Martin Garrow, he's the creator and new showrunner. He also worked on SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe.
But what writers are they working with?
Mm-hmm.
No writers have been announced yet. They only have producers.
That's all I'm curious, because that'll give us some clues about what kind of direction it's going to go in.
So,
If I can actually
so
get some more
essentially, we have a green light, but all they're doing right now is securing funding.
Hang on. The only confirmed writer is Martin Garrow. He's the only confirmed writer that we got. He's the only one that's confirmed.
Okay.
Are they filming it here again in Vancouver?
No, they have not stated that yet.
Probably not, because remember, MGM bought the Stargate franchise. No, sorry, I take that back. MGM always owned the Stargate franchise. Amazon bought MGM.
And where do they usually film from?
That is a good question. I don't know.
Okay.
Everywhere.
All right. I was just curious because I mean, if it was like going to be like a Netflix based, it's probably going to get filmed here or Georgia.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Quick,
trust me. Canada will. If an American company wants to film in Canada, trust me, they're going to give them some fucking tax breaks. Like, oh yeah, come up here, please film. Yeah, we're going to give you some breaks.
Right now, I don't know. I don't know if that's true, Elihu.
I know it used to be that way.
It used to be that way. I don't know if in the future Canada is going to give tax breaks to American companies.
I know Gavin has. Gavin's given tax breaks to people who film in California.
Well, that's within the United States. I'm talking about because of certain political things going on. I don't know if Canada would do that for American companies anymore.
Yeah, we still do because it's a huge industry for us here. So we want to keep the industry. So the tax breaks, like, I mean, the stuff we like boycott is purchasing things from the US for the most part. But I mean, I'm not going to cancel my Netflix because Netflix is filmed mostly, like loads of films are here. So it's supporting the local industry. So.
And so far, Trump's threat on taxing non-American made movies has not come forth yet. So
yeah, we're not gonna. We don't want to go too far into politics on this stream. Yeah. But I just wanted to bring it up because she asked where is it going to be filmed. A good question to answer that though, Elihu, since I can't look anything up right now because my laptop just died, and I don't know where my other phone is. I misplaced it. Where was Orville filmed? Season 3 of Orville. Because remember, that's another property that Amazon produced.
Let's see. Season 3 Orville was filmed in LA and Ventura.
So that might be where it's filmed.
Okay.
Wasn't that Hulu?
No, that was Amazon.
Season 3?
Yeah. Season 3 of the Orville was produced by Amazon.
Oh. Well, I thought it was Hulu for.
Yeah, if AVP was here, she could definitely tell us.
Well, Hulu is just, it's a generic company that gets multiple products from multiple companies. It's actually going away because Disney was pretty much the one propping it up, and Disney's getting rid of it. But it has ABC, CBS, NBC. It has a bunch of different ones on there.
Yeah.
Season 3, season 3 was filmed in Los Angeles, California.
But I'm going to eat my bread freshly out of the oven every time.
Utilizing various studios and locations, including California State University Northridge, for specific scenes like the library steps, with production centered at Fox Studios before Disney consolidated operations. So it was done mostly in Los Angeles. Season 3 of the Orville.
Okay,
that's what I just said.
Yeah,
I said LA and Ventura.
Just confirming what you said.
Oh, okay.
So I hope my little idea is what they go with. But I also don't have any illusions that that's actually what they're going to do. I'm going to watch it no matter what. Just like when a few episodes of Star Trek Academy come out, I'm going to end up watching that, and I'll have my own opinions.
It already came out. 6 episodes dropped.
Yeah, but I want to wait until a few episodes come out before we talk about it on the CNA stream.
Oh, okay. And by the way, the first episode is still available on YouTube. On the Paramount Plus official channel. They still released the first episode for free. It's still there.
Probably not here. I'm in Canada.
And I'm in Mexico.
Oh shit! Sorry guys, I forgot. He's not in America.
Okay.
Well, after the CNA stream, I will be going across the border. It's just today, there's no real rush to cross the border, so I figured I'd stream that way I can cuddle with Mrs. Vile more. Because that was my excuse as to being so late to joining the first stream. Was I told Elihu, yeah, sorry, I had,
You had to get laid. We got it.
Yeah, he was cuddling with
no,
some big boobs.
we did not do that. I just had a large pair of Latina boobs in my face, and I did not want to leave the bed.
Yeah, that was no problem. Unexcusable.
Sure.
Yeah, that was excusable, man.
So,
oh, and I know you don't like spoilers, but there is a line that the doctor says that I love to call back to the first Voyager episode.
please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Besides that, no. Besides that, he does say that, of course. But besides that,
Oh, that's right, because the holographic medical guy's in this, isn't he?
yes,
Yeah.
the doctor.
The doctor.
Yeah,
from
that's
Voyager.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I'm like, holy shit. That's what, Chris?
Hold on.
You're not talking about Zimmerman, are you?
No. Well, yeah, I'm Zimmerman, but we're actually talking about the doctor itself, the holographic doctor, Robert
But
Picardo.
Chris had a specific thought he was going to add to that, and I want to know.
I'm looking. I'm looking. I want to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to say. At some point, he specifically does not want to be called the doctor. He wants to be called an emergency medical holographic program. Because that is what his programming tells him he is. He is not meant to be a doctor. He is only there in an emergency to give medical consultation. And I seem to remember specifically it was either the first or second episode of Voyager. He states that, but I know that he is the doctor.
He has expanded his programming. Don't forget that.
Yes, but I'm just stating that the first time it's like, no, I am but yes, the police state the nature of your medical emergency is so fucking hilarious. That's
by
the first
default,
time
he was the chief of medicine on Voyager because they lost all their doctors and nurses.
Yes.
Which, to me, that was one of the things that was always egregious in the original series. The original Voyager series, because I can't believe that a ship that size had such a small medical staff.
Well, with all of the technology you have, you don't have to have that much.
Even still, I would imagine they would, for a crew of about 200.
You would assume that they would have multiple people trained to take over in the case of that. Yes, because that's kind of how Enterprise was. Anytime they needed more people, there were people there able to assist.
Didn't Prodigy they stated that the Voyager could run on a skeleton crew if they need a whole 200 people? So there's your argument right there. It did not need a lot of big crew.
But they had, I think the stated number was around 150, but with a max of 200 at times. So I'm like,
I think they just thought it was an awesome plot device.
I get that, but they should have had at least one nurse and not fucking Tom Paris.
Maybe
they wanted to give Tom Paris more. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to give you a piece of great philosophy here, there, Mike. Wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which comes up first, or which comes full first.
Well,
just because you wanted that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Hold on, Chris, because I'm constipated and I have a lucky charm.
Nasty.
All
right. Anything else about Stargate related that you guys are interested in to talk about real quick?
No, I think I'm good.
So I think we're clear. We want to bring in Destiny. What about Atlantis? Because remember, the last episode, Atlantis, had the actual city in San Francisco Harbor. Now, have any of you guys read any of the Atlantis relaunch novels that take place after the series ended, where they actually take the city back to Pegasus?
Nope.
Non-canon? Nope.
Well, it is canon as of right now. If the new series decides not to decide that they're not canon, then it won't be canon.
So far, it's not canon material according to Joe.
So now, would that also include the Universe Relaunch comic book series?
The comics are canon.
So the comics are canon, but the relaunch novels are not.
Yeah.
Okay. So to amend my idea, I would have Atlantis still in U.S. waters, and it being a contentious thing among the IOA.
You know,
Or
I did some
IOC, or whatever it's called.
I did some calculations about the city of Atlantis and what would happen with the impact of what would actually physically happen if it impacted San Francisco Bay. You would have devastation all the way up to 3rd Street, which is about 15 blocks. I did calculations with the speed and impact and the weight of Atlantis itself. You would have water up to 3rd Street. You will have Alcatraz half flooded because the water will be that rising. You will have approximately 3,000 to 5,000 injured, and a couple hundred dead because of the impact.
You are mostly correct, except for the fact that they basically say at the end that they were able to slow the descent enough that it didn't cause even a wake.
I took that into my calculations. That was not correct. There was no way they could have slowed it down in time with that mass
compared to the mass
force.
of the water in the bay is negligible. So no, I don't agree with you.
They did not have the power to force a complete stop to stop the wake. They did not have the energy in that.
I didn't say they would stop the entire wake. I'm saying I would say that the amount of mass entering at the speed that they probably entered at was negligible to doing anything.
In order to do that, they would have to go from about 14,000 miles per hour, which is about 600 miles per second, and automatically stop instantly within a millisecond, which means they're at the G-force about 31. People will be liquefied.
I shall return. Hold on. After
here's going to be a nerd debate that we'll add to the next CNA stream, Elihu, because I'm going to debate this with you. I'm going to rewatch the last few episodes of Stargate Atlantis. That way I can get, and I'll run my numbers, you run your numbers. We show our work and we see who's correct.
Okay, I'll bring my work back up.
All right. This will be a great nerd debate. That we'll add to the next stream. Because if there's nothing more than I like is celestial mechanics and mathematics. Even though
I was upset about that. I'm like, let me just do the calculation on this fuck.
Because we know from experience, and I think it would also be beneficial to watch other episodes where Atlantis has exited or entered water bodies of water. So
not necessarily, not needed because they had controlled propulsion. They didn't have controlled propulsion when they were crashing on Earth.
That's where I'm going to get you. All right. Anything else we want to bring up? Because I'm going to end the stream in about 7-8 minutes, or 6 or 7, 8 minutes. So free chat for anyone who wants to bring anything up, not politically related.
Well, I got my copyright strike taken off X.
And remind me why you got it to begin with.
I tested a verifiable leaked trailer, the Wakandans and Ben, the trailer that officially got released by Marvel the other day.
I remember.
I unofficially leaked it online on X and Blue Sky. Blue Sky is still up there right now. X, I got a copyright strike immediately. I'm like, okay, this thing is a real trailer. It's not AI. Holy shit! Because I looked at my email, like Marvel Entertainment. I got the guy's address, the name, the law firm number. Like, okay, I know. I looked this up. Yep, this is legit copyright strike. Holy shit!
Copyright strike?
Video yeah, I got a copyright strike, a legal form for posting the Marvel trailer before Marvel released it.
Well, what's funny is I got myself a community strike on Twitter on the VileMike account, not the SD GameSwap account, for responding to Rob Schneider, because Rob Schneider did one of his stupid racist rants about trans people and the word cis.
Mm-hmm.
And literally all I said was, cis is a descriptor. But apparently, if you're not famous enough, having the word cis is considered a slur, so I got a strike.
Doesn't a cis just mean consistent with your sex? Your gender is consistent with your gender.
Well, yeah,
right?
it means your gender is consistent with your. But all I wrote was cis is a descriptor, and that got me a community strike on
That
Twitter.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
But that's because on Twitter, cis is now considered a slur word.
That doesn't
Unless
make
you're
any
famous.
No, it doesn't.
Unless you're famous, then you can use it.
sense.
But literally
Well,
just saying that a word is is an adjective, essentially.
I would
guess they just
respond
have
back
use
to it
full
with
word
the.
of consistent.
I would. Well, but I would go and grab the definition, put it in your reasoning for why it doesn't count, and just say, listen, here is the reason why I use it. It is an acceptable term.
Mm-hmm.
I that's what I would do. I mean, and this is
How
the
do you
problem
talk to
though
a
with all
bot?
these. What?
Yeah, explain how do you talk to a bot?
I
You click the button.
understand
You click
that.
the button. Click the
I
button.
That's
for the check
understand
mark.
that.
the bot is the only thing you're typing to. It's
I
like
understand that, but you still have to put it in. Again, the more times you try stuff with bots, eventually what will have to happen is you'll get them forced to have to look at it and generate something that works better for it.
ask ChatGPT to do it.
That's one thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, a TV show you guys should watch is The Copenhagen Test.
I've never heard of it, so
What platform is it on?
Shit, I forgot what platform it's on.
that would be helpful, especially for those of us that don't have a lot, don't have access to a lot of them.
Yeah, have limited ones. I mean, and we don't all. What is it? Tubi or something? You can watch it on like
Tubi,
illegally?
Pluto, and the only one I pay for is Hulu. Mrs. Vile has Disney Plus, and my
Peacock.
roommate has Amazon. So those are the ones I have access to.
Mhm.
It's on Peacock.
So no way I'm going to be able to watch it right now
Yep.
without going, to certain websites.
Gotcha. Well, if you get a chance to check it out, it's pretty good. Simu was actually awesome in the show.
I mean, if it co-broadcasts on one of the Canadian networks, then I could possibly, but I'd only be able to watch a new episode the week it releases. So I wouldn't be able to watch any old episodes. Generally speaking, you can watch the new episodes of a show, like if it's on Global or something like that, which is one of our TV networks. If it's on like Global, then you can watch it, but only the week it releases, and then it goes to behind a paywall.
Really? That kind of sucks.
Well, I mean, it makes you watch shit right away if you're going to watch shit. So, but I don't ever bother because there's still ads in there, and I fucking hate ads, which is why I stopped watching TV in the first place.
And that's one of the funniest things is I have no problems with ads. As long as the ad is skippable after a certain period of time, because I'm really getting tired of certain ads on YouTube, which are like 70 minutes long.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's.
And if you're not there to hit skip,
I pay for YouTube, so I don't have that happen. But
I got an ad blocker.
Yeah, that would probably
Even
work.
ad blocker doesn't always do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
and now I'm getting pissed. Remember what I said about like Tron Ares? After I watch a film, I like looking up the trivia, so I go to TV Tropes.
Yep.
TV Tropes now, unless you sign in and become a member, if you have your ad blocker on, they won't let you look at the fucking website anymore. They are like, we earn too much revenue, so either subscribe or turn off your ad blocker. And I'm like, fuck this. So I had to go on my phone.
Jeez.
I think most of the ones that come up with that, there's something down at the bottom that says, "Don't support us, continue to cite," and I'm like, okay.
And And the thing is, I love TV tropes. But, yeah, I'm sorry. I have an ad blocker for certain reasons, because some of the ads are freaking pains in the ass, especially on my laptop. On my phone, they're easier to deal with. But, like, when, I go to a web page and it brings up a YouTube channel, fuck that. I'm sorry. I don't need your freaking website opening up other windows and other tabs on my browser.
Yeah.
If you do that, I'm going to disable it. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there goes a certain advertising rant from VileMike, even though I don't really have a problem with most ads.
You should be able to. You should be able. Damn it! Hello.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You guys hear me okay?
You're
Or am I
good
coming in
now.
soft?
Yeah.
You're good now.
I'm not coming in soft.
Nope,
All
you're
right.
good.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So
No, you're
yeah,
coming in hard, baby.
I'm sitting.
You're
here
coming in
trying to
hard like
correlate
Terrence
paperwork.
Crossbulge.
Trying to correlate paperwork and listening to you guys. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's your browser, your rights. You should be able to freaking, like even on YouTube, I'm so pissed off that it's insulting if you like talk about alcohol or drugs in front of an addict, right? But it's okay for your platform to shove them fucking things down your throat. I mean, at least don't show me this advertisement, show me something fucking else.
You usually can complain about a specific kind of ad, because I had to do that at work because it kept having these stupid banners on we use Yahoo Mail, and it was having like banner ads along the side of my email, which I can't get rid of those, but I complained they kept having these like really there was too much motion in them. They were like flashing and stuff. It was for some sort of casino type website. And I'm like, I just kept complaining and complaining and complaining. And finally I got rid of those ads. But I had to, because I mean, it's just not appropriate to have fucking casino ads flashing down the side of my work emails.
No.
Like, I just don't want to see that. It's just too distracting and annoying.
Mike, speaking of ads, go ahead and make my screen big. Make me big here, just real quick. Just
if I can.
That's what
I'm on my phone, so.
Yeah.
Let's see if it will let me.
Maybe Pickles can do it. Isn't Pickles there as well?
No, he's not.
Not an admin right now. All right.
It's because I'm not paid. I'm not paying for StreamYard. They removed him as one of my mods.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everybody got hit with that shit. Even Bird. When I was trying to help out Deej the other day, they're getting
That's
greedier
you.
and greedier, man.
Yep.
That made you big, Mike.
I'm trying.
56, 53, 53.
Yeah, wrong one.
Well,
Yeah, it's just not letting me.
okay. Well, here, I'll just do it anyways. Go back to the other. Actually, hold on. Let me see here. Let me see if I can do it this way. Hold on. Yes, exactly.
Like the snake video that I sent you guys. The one that yawns and then goes blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I just love that. This makes me chuckle every single time. Hee hee. I don't know if I sent you that one, Mike. It was pretty cute.
No, the last one I think I saw was one of the guys who was talking about the Renee Good thing, and the other one was something funny that I can't remember.
Right.
I only watched it this morning.
Yeah, I saw that. That's okay. I just send stuff to you guys if I think that it's humorous. But I'll send you the snake one just because the snake one is too cute to not send you.
Yeah. Why? Does anyone know what on the phone I'm supposed to hit to get you to do that?
What?
To bigify somebody, to solo layout them. Because if when I hit solo layout, and I hit your avatar, there we go. And now it actually came up.
Whoa, we see no hairs now.
I tapped hairs. No, hold on. I tapped your fucking avatar once, and it came up with a different menu. I tap it a second time, and now I get the little arrows in the corners.
Okay.
Okay. Tap.
Let Chris do his thing.
Remind me for the future. Tap the person's avatar twice.
Okay, right. Tap the person's avatar twice. There you go. It's future. I just told you.
Not two times.
Buy an SD game swap. Creed.
I had to.
Yes, this is we're talking about Stargate.
Yeah, I had to.
Not just that, but because shameless promotion. You're talking about promotions in the middle of videos. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Now it's gone again. Okay, there we go. Okay.
You want the other one?
Oh no, I was just trying to figure out because again I tapped your
SD game swap.
Now let me do it again. There we go.
Buy something at SD Game Swap, or I'm going to put all of you in a cargo container and transport you to the Borg.
Oh, that one didn't want to work at all. Huh. I don't know.
All right, let me turn off that, and we'll unbigify. No, again, it's like you got to hit the right part of the avatar to get it to go on, because otherwise it's bringing up the menu. You want to kick this person from the panel? It's like, no, I'm not trying to kick him from the panel. I'm trying to make him big.
He wants to kick me from the panel. Of course he does. What? Everybody wants to
kick him out.
Panels.
Ego's gotten too big.
Oh, and I know the list, the ticker says over 500. As of right now, the total listings, unless someone bought something since the stream started, is at 590. I'm hoping to hit 600 listings, which means I'll have over 700 items if you count, ones I've got quantities more than one of quantity of.
Yep.
On the store by the end of this week.
Nice.
So I'm trying to
under 100. I need to get some stuff posted as well. Okay, Vile, I sent you the cute snake video. Just
all right, I will check it out afterwards.
Yeah, you have to have the volume on for it though. It's just like cute. It's not like controversial or anything.
Hey,
kind of
you can send me cute stuff too, because sometimes you just need something cute to make your day a little bit better.
Honestly, if I need to just chuckle, I just turn that video on and watch it for like a couple of loops, because it's just like it just makes me laugh every time.
All right. Anything you guys want to throw in before I end the stream?
No, I'm good. I have to go anyway because I got to go and do a million things before this evening. So.
All right. Well, in that case, I will see you later, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having me.